Winter is here. And for the most students, this isn't just another season. It's the trap season. Late mornings, cold blankets, and that comforting lie, "I'll start tomorrow." Then days blur together. One scroll, one nap, and one more excuse. But for the few, this won't be the season of rest. It'll be the season of rebirth. The 90 days that silently change everything. Because while everyone else is asleep, you'll be awake. Not just physically, but mentally. And also start building habits, sharpening focus, and stacking small wins in silence. This is your winter arc, the quiet chapter no one sees. But the one that decides everything, they will see the next year. So let's be honest. Winter feels like the perfect excuse to slow down. It's cold, you're tired, and the bed feels like the heaven. You convince yourself, "I'll study after lunch, maybe after one more episode." But here's the thing. Time doesn't care about your comfort. And the semester doesn't pause because it's snowing outside. And the exams won't wait until you feel motivated. And the truth is, most students will waste the next 90 days. Not because they're lazy, because they underestimate how powerful this small window can be. They think, "It's just a few months, I'll restart in the new year." But by the time the new year comes, they've already lost the rhythm and confidence. The result? Another year of average grades, broken routines, and the same guilt cycle. But if you're watching this, you already sense something different. You know this could be your turning point. The psychology of winter. Let me tell you why this season matters more than you think. Because winter has a psychological trick. It slows everything down. The days feel shorter, and motivation drops, and also, everyone seems to move in slow motion. But that's exactly why this season gives you an unfair advantage. When everyone else is asleep, that's when your progress compounds faster. Because improvement isn't just about hard work, it's about contrast. If you study 3 hours, while everyone else does 0, you're not just ahead by 3 hours, you're ahead in the momentum. So this is your chance to turn quiet, slow days into your most powerful season yet, the 90-day challenge. So let's call it what it is, your Winter Arc Challenge. For the next 90 days, you have one mission: upgrade yourself quietly while the world sleeps. So here's how we're doing it. Number 1, fix your wake-up time. Forget the hype about waking up at 5 a.m. You don't need the extremes. What matters is consistency. Pick the one time, 7 a.m. or 8 a.m., whatever it works for you, and guard it like it's sacred. Because the goal isn't to wake up early. The goal is to show up every single day. No excuses, no compromises. Number 2, 1 golden hour rule. Every morning, before you touch your phone, spend just 1 hour on your most important subject or goal, because that hour sets the tone for your entire day. Number 3, block social media. Winter steals your focus, and also endless scrolling makes it disappear even faster. So take control, delete the apps, and block the distractions, or set strict limits. And you're not missing out on anything. In fact, every moment you reclaim is a step closer to catching up and getting ahead. Number 4, weekly reflection. So every Sunday, take a moment to reflect and ask yourself, what did I actually learn this week? And what held me back or slowed me down? And most importantly, what can I do differently next week to get better? This simple habit turns every small step into real and unstoppable progress. Number 5, nighttime routine. End your day by preparing for the next day. Lay out your books, plan your schedule, and get to bed early. Do it consistently, and tomorrow's version of you will silently thank you for the discipline you built tonight. The power of small wins. You don't need to change everything. You just need to change something every single day. Study for 30 minutes longer, read 1 extra page, and do 1 more question. Small wins don't seem like much today, but over 90 days, they build unstoppable momentum. It's like snow, 1 flake at a time. It builds mountains. That's how habits form. That's how confidence grows. And when you start seeing the progress, suddenly, the same winter that once made you lazy starts to energize you. You realize the warmth isn't in the blanket, it's in the momentum. Why most students fail. Now let's talk about the other side. Why 90% of students fail to build this arc? It's not because they lack of intelligence, because they chase motivation instead of systems. They wait for the perfect mood, the perfect time, the perfect playlist, and the perfect setup. But perfection is just another word for procrastination. Winners know this. Motivation fades and discipline stays. The real transformation begins the moment you stop negotiating with yourself. So stop asking, do I feel like studying? Start saying, it's time to study. No drama, no excuses, just quiet execution. Every day you show up even when it's hard. Because you're not just building habits, you're rewiring your mind to become stronger, more focused, and unstoppable. The isolation phase. Winter also brings the isolation, less sunlight and less hangouts, and also the more time in alone. But for the most, that feels depressing. But for you, it's an opportunity because solitude builds self-awareness, and self-awareness builds clarity. While others distract themselves from silence, you'll use that silence to understand your direction. Take a moment to ask yourself, what am I truly working toward? And what kind of life do I want a year from now? And finally, what do I need to let go of to get there? Because winter gives you the space to think deeply and to reset mentally and emotionally. This isolation is not punishment, it's your training ground. The mid-arc dip. Let's be real, around the 4th or 5th week, you'll want to quit. The initial excitement will be fade, and you'll miss one day, then two, then guilt will hit you. But remember, the dip is part of the process. Every transformation has a boring middle. That's where most people stop, but that's also where growth actually starts. Push through the dip, because once you cross that wall, discipline becomes automatic. The rebirth moment. Imagine this. It's October. The cold is fading, and the exams are near, while everyone else is panicking, cramming, and rushing. But not you, because you built your arc when nobody was watching. While they were asleep, you were stacking habits. While they were scrolling, you were mastering focus. While they complained about motivation, you built the momentum. Now you're not just prepared, you're calm. You know what to do, when to do it, and how to deliver. And when results come out, you won't need to brag. Your growth will speak for itself. This is the reward of your winter arc, the reflection. Here's something powerful to think about. Every year, we get a few short chapters that define the rest of our story. For students, winter is one of them. It's quiet, lonely, and uncomfortable. But that's what makes it sacred. If you can conquer your mind in winter, you can conquer anything in your life. Because once you learn to work without motivation, you stop being controlled by moods, weather, or excuses. You become self-driven, and that's what separates winners from everyone else. So here's my challenge for you. For the next 90 days, stop chasing comfort and start chasing consistency. Then build your own winter arc. Wake up at the same time and study before sunrise, and also stay off your phone. And finally, reflect every Sunday. And you don't need to post it, and also, you don't need to tell anyone. Just do it silently, because silence is where the real ones grow. And when spring comes, the world will see a version of you that even you won't recognize. So while everyone else is saying, I'll start after winter, but you'll smile quietly and say, I already started. So if this video inspired you, don't just scroll away. Start your winter arc today.